Hello and welcome to the news. We're back for another sub episode here, and this episode is about the Great Migration, also known as transfer changes, roster changes, or team hopping here in South African Dota. And yeah, let's get straight into it. And the first team I'd like to speak about is Apache Gaming. And as you can see, immediately there's a black scratched out thing there with the TBA to be announced, and that wasn't there this morning. So that's there because shit just changed, and it's just a good testament to how messy things have been during this transfer period. But I think we're at a stage, though, globally, minus this whole APG thing, that we can, sit down and have a chat about all the changes that happened, okay? At least I think so. So, APG, first thing we want to talk about, and yeah, we all saw the other day on Facebook that, with great sadness, that to announce the full disband of the long-time Dota team and long sad post whatever there, and that lasted for about 2 minutes. And then all these players decided to band together and play again under the APG banner. So the core of the team is still Conspiracy, O'Malley, Phalanx, and Bobby Wolves, all in the same respective positions. Minus Conspiracy maybe be playing mid or carry. He's competent in both roles. The one player that did take this APG disband seriously was Mr. ACG. He moved on to greener and fresher pastures. Not much changes to talk about here in APG. The fifth player will be announced soon, I would like to think. I'm sure whoever they get would be a suitable replacement for ACG. Although, can you replace ACG? Has anybody kicked as many players in Dota 2 in SA as ACG? I don't know. But jokes aside, though, ACG did put a lot of time to put this team on his back and just carry them. So, they'll need they need to get somebody pretty good to, fill those big shoes that ACG left. Big boots. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all there really is to talk about APG. And yeah, let's move on to the next team. And the next team I'd like to talk about is Energy Esports. And unlike APG, where it just had one core player changing out of the team, Energy's changes is much larger. Okay, and let's start off with the bottom part. The two Reddit out players, Odu and Habibi, out of the team. So other than WRG, I rated Odu and Habibi as the best support duo out of all the top teams in SA. Habibi was phenomenal past 4. Odu was really solid in past 5 as well, and they're just two really good, well-known players. I think they were Energy's two best players, and now they're not there anymore. So yeah, that's kind of sad. But it's not to say that Energy's just gone to the whatever. They've got some pretty good replacements, and yeah, let's go over them for a moment. Chosen One has moved from the mid lane to the carry position. It's his native role, so he should be okay there. New player Smacker is now into the team as mid position. ACG has joined, and in the offlane position, surprisingly, Chelsea has moved to position 4 and Strike back to pos 5. So let's look at the change a little more in depth. Chosen One, he is a native carry player, so the transition from mid to carry shouldn't be a big deal for him. Smacker, I like to think of him as like the South African RODK. He's been around for a really long time. He's respected by many, but he's not all that feared. No flame. Just, ACG, now he's been a mid laner for quite a while, and I rated him very highly in the mid lane in South Africa Dota scene as a whole. Now he's moved on to Energy Esports from APG, and he's playing in offlane. So offlane and mid lane are kind of different positions, but since he's like joined Energy, I literally watch this guy play 10 ranked games a day, spamming offlane. So he is a good player, and I'm sure in due time he'll adjust to that offlane role. I have little doubts that he won't. So yeah, I think ACG will be fine there. Chelsea has moved from position 3 to position 4, and he's going to take a more of a shot calling leadership role in the team. So that's going to be pretty cool. He's also a very good player. I'm sure he'll thrive in that position in time as well. And Strike has moved from position 1 from the last Masters LAN to position 5. Back to a role. He's played quite a lot. So sorry for you, Nikki. No more gyrocopter. But yeah, that's Energy Esports. I think they have taken quite a big hit, but I don't think it's the end of the world for them either. It's still a pretty good, strong core team. And yeah, I'm interested to see how they do going forward. Especially seeing how ACG adjusts to his new role, plus Chelsea in a new leadership role as well. It could be pretty good. Time to talk about Team XD. The two major changes is Yappa has now left the team, and Cloud has now joined the team as his replacement in the offlane as a position 3 player. So this is an interesting change. say the least. And it's quite a cool change, in fact, because let's compare the two offlaners to do this. Yappa was a very core-centric player. He played a lot of heroes like Bristleback, Legion Commander. Team XT strategy used to be run a lot of aggressive dual lanes to secure Yappa's farm. In terms of the way he played, any sort of mentality in the game was very core-centric. But Cloud, on the other hand, he's a very different player. He's a much more selfless offlaner, and his mentality is a lot more focused around the team than his own personal farm or his personal gain. So it is an interesting change in that regard. Maybe in mechanical skill, he's not as good as Yappa is, but in terms of team mentality and stuff, I quite like the guy. I personally know because I'm involved a bit with Team XT, because my brother's on the team, obviously. That he's like team mentality and stuff is really really good. Like when he was trialing and stuff for the team, it was a case of somebody asking, yo, what does Team XT, what does Team Sinister 5 play in the group? And Cloud is the guy to respond, yeah, I was watching the games yesterday, they play X, Y, and Z, and this and that. And when you have a new player and he's coming in and doing things like that, that's always really, really nice to see. And in regards to hero pool, he plays very different heroes from Yappa as well, so it's pretty good. I think his hero pool is a lot, it's pretty well suited to the meta, so yeah. It's a nice change for them, and it kind of fits in the Team XD philosophy of, got to take these new young up-and-coming players and, build them up. So, yeah, it makes complete sense that Cloud is the replacement in this team. Other regards to Team XD, as you can see there, we got a little Cougar Gaming thing here. That's XD's first major sponsor, other than the Esports app, of course. But yeah, I'm happy that they're getting some recognition now as an MGO as well. What else did I want to add? Oh, yes, I had one more thing to say about Team XD. I think what Team XD's philosophy of these new young up-and-coming players and building them up, they should take a page out of the Sinister 5 book and maybe look to hire a coach. I think it'll really accelerate the learning curve for a lot of these players. I'm not going to point names or fingers here, but yeah, it could be really good for the team as a whole, in fact. Yeah, that's my opinion about Team XD. It's not all that much to talk about. One player change, and that's about it. And the next team we have the pleasure of speaking about is Sinister 5, or should we say XTC 2.0. I mean, I have more than half of XTC's old squad in here. Mr. Adestam, Skynet, and Dota and I from XTC are now here. But, with saying that, I think this team will play very, very different Dota as opposed to the way they played in XTC. Just because of Sinister 5's star player, the most important person in the team. The true number one position in the team, and that's Mr. Coach Immortal Faith. He has his own unique philosophy of how he should play Dota, and yeah, I'm sure this team, despite having all these new changes and new players in their team, I'm sure they'll still stay and play the same kind of Sin 5 Dota that they were playing before. Maybe in a more effective way because his players are slightly better than they were before. But yeah, enough rambling. Let's go over these changes, okay? Fearbane and Repo obviously moved out of the team and have gone to FOJ, who in fact I think have a coach as well, and for quite a while have had a coach. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. If somebody can fact check that for me, I'd really much appreciate it. But yeah, that's Fearbane and Repo. They've moved to FOJ, and the safe lane Academy stole their position 1 carry. Adestamp is now coming as a new mid player. Skynet, okay, his name is not highlighted in green there and has a new symbol or whatever. Because he is like new and officially there now, but he's been in the team for a really, really long time already. He's been training with them, practicing them before the last LAN event, that Masters LAN event. But unfortunately, he still had obligations to live out with XCC, so he had to play for them during the tournament. I mean, he plays second with a really good game, so he shouldn't complain about that. But yeah, he's a Sinister 5 boy for a while now. Traxian is still here as position 4, and Dota and Dai is new as past 5. So yeah, this team on paper I think is a pretty solid squad. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how they do going forward. See how Adestam, Dota and Dai, and even Skynet play under. Okay, Skynet has been playing there, I said already. Play under Coach Immortal Faith. I think it's a team that's going to be already good, like starting out because of just how good the players are, or how decent the players are. Not the best team in SA, but it's a good team. But I think they're just gonna get better because of the Sinister 5 structure and having Coach Immortal Faith there. So yeah, Sinister 5 still a team to look out for, even more so now actually. So yeah, that's it for Sin 5, and now here's where shit gets real interesting. Okay, and to find this real interesting story, we have to crawl down the rabbit hole all the way to WRG land. Okay, so WRG, as you can see highlighted there in big red with 3 exclamation marks, have kicked Santo. On the surface, very surprising thing, but when this is my speculation, not official statement or fact from WRG, but WRG is a team with 4 full-time players, right? Wab, Castaway, Chidawi, and Schlinks, who play Dota full-time all the time. And WRG's goal as an NGO, this part's kind of official, is to be, obviously they're the best in SA, but they want to go further. Take their Dota journeys as far as they can. So when you have 4 full-time players and you have one player who has other stuff to do in his life, it kind of messes with that a bit. So on that front, I think that's the reason Santo got the boot, that he wasn't a full-time player like the rest of the team. Of course, there could be other things, internal politics, this, that, but I don't know about that. But yeah, Santo is out and he's been replaced by Odu. Odu, obviously, a very popular player here in SA Dota. Was in the infamous Bravado squad that was unbeatable. Well, till WRG came along for a while. And he's played carry position at the start of the year. He's played some past 5 now during the latest stages of the year. And yeah, Odu is just a really good player. And he is, in fact, a full-time player as well. So the change kind of makes sense in that regard. Whether you rate Odu or Santo the better player in terms of Dota skill, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Odu will take some time to adjust to the past 4 role now. But in time, I do have trust that Odu will be able to. I know I've said that a lot during this video, but Odu, he can do it. He will do it. He's a 6k MMR plus player, and he can do it. So yeah, WRG, like, fully full-time now. five fully dedicated players, and it's been showing already. I've been watching Dota for the last couple of days. The whole day, you just take WRG players playing ranked the whole day. They've been playing a lot of EU Cups. Sadly, they lost to Donny's team Clavasaria in the finals last night. But yeah, they I think going forward are going to be still the dominant team in SA, and yeah, things look great for WRG. They the beacon of hope in SA Esports going forward, especially through the international scene. I think this is going to be the team that'll be able to do it. I believe so. So yeah, that's it for WRG, and don't feel so bad for Santo. His story's not over just yet. And the last and biggest changes I'd like to talk about happen in the House of Bravado. Now, this is the Bravado team, or as I like to call them, the Dream Team. What BVD have done is they've taken the 5 best non-WRG players in SA and have put them in a team together. So let's go over these players. The 4 best non-WRG players and 1 ex-WRG player. So the first one is that ex-WRG player, Santo, in the position 1 carry. The second player is Depi as position 2 in the mid lane. Donny, must be noted, he is a temporary player. He is still in his European team Clavasaria. So how far this Donny road leads inside of Bravado, I don't know, and how long he's going to be there, I don't have an idea about that. But the Bravado have announced he's a temporary player, and he is still in his European team, so I'm not sure how far that goes. So Donny in the off lane, and Faulty Frank and Habibi as the position 4 and 5. Now, Faulty Frank and Habibi this year were both playing past 4 for the majority of this year, and I rated them the best past 4s in South Africa. I'm not going to really compare Santo, because he was also playing past 4 to them, because it's really hard to measure WRG player for player skill level in SA when the games are just so dominant. So I don't know, it's hard to compare. But yeah, Frank and Habibi, along with Santo, best past 4s in SA, no doubt about it. Who edges other Frank and Habibi? I don't know, but you get the point. This team is really, really scary. In regards to Donny, okay, so let's say Donny has to leave next month. I believe that this team is going to find a player who's... Obviously, there's no replacement for Donny. There's no other player in SA who brings to a team what Donny can bring. But I'm sure they'll find a really high-level player and a player who also has the goal to be the best. Because that's what this team is, okay? And let's talk about motivation from some of these players. Santo just got kicked from WRG. Finds himself immediately in the team that's built to beat WRG. And he's playing carry, which people will say, oh yeah, but he was a support in WRG. But last year, when they dethroned BVD, in fact, he was playing carry at that point, and a very good carry to say the least. So I'm sure it's not a role he hasn't played before, and I'm sure he'll get accustomed to it fairly shortly. Depi has been competing with Castaway as best mid in SA for the majority of this year. Donny, he's just insanely good at Dota, man. He's 7k MMR. He's been the best off-lane player in SA since the dawn of time. And as we said before, Frank and Habibi, the best 4-position support in SA, and Habibi has played past 5 as well, so looking pretty solid in that regard. So yeah, I'm really excited for the next LAN, to be honest. It's going to be epic. And I know this team's been training hard. I know WRG has been training even harder. So the next LAN is going to be pretty epic, to say the least. This team is OP. In terms of other announcements, I think XTC is going to be making a big announcement soon. No spoilers. Is that a spoiler? I don't know. Maybe Mark's going to kill me. Who knows? Pulse, I believe, are left out of Dota 2 team, but I haven't confirmed that yet. Very bad of me. I'm quite sorry. And yeah, that's all I know at the moment. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, put a like on the thing. If you have any suggestions, drop a comment in the comment section below. If you like this kind of content, player interviews, esports interviews with esports personalities, live stream casts, you can sub to my channel. If you don't, well, just don't. Who cares? If you want to see me shit post, follow me on Twitter. And yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you and goodbye. And oh shit, how can I forget? I'm also, myself and TKC are actually going to be starting up the South African in-house league again. So more details and stuff, etc. will come out from that. I will post in the Dota 2 South Africa group. Hopefully I can get that post pinned. And yeah, we can see. I'm going to be hosting a poll and everything on there. So check that out and details on there. And hope you guys come join and play. Thank you and goodbye now.